Hello and welcome to the Path of Least Resistance. I am VodopadUmraza. Today we're going to look over a run I did using Shyvana against the Scourge of the Pit Teamfight adventure. For Relics we are using Perfect Hex Core, Chemtech Duplicator, and Tempest Blade. You'll note that Perfect Hex Core is not only an epic relic, but a glory store relic. So you can either get that by spending 600 glory and then, having it randomly show up in your shop, or you can, I think, buy the Victor bundle for $10. So those are the two ways to get it. Perfect Hex Core is really good. It has uses on multiple champions where a lot of the other signature relics do not. So it's not bad to pick it up, but obviously the strategy isn't going to work out if you don't have that. I tried making Shyvana work at 3 stars and no epic relics, but it just feels like she's missing something to really finish it off. I got okay with Chemtech Duplicator and 2 Hymn of Valor on using Clear Mind to start, and that went, like I said, it went pretty okay. I think that could potentially still win if you rolled into Shen and, just had some really incredible luck. Also, you have to draw Shyvana every time. Also, you probably need to draw Molten Fury every time. So there's a lot that goes into actually getting far there, and it's really inconsistent because you don't have lifesteal and you take a lot of damage over the course of the adventure. I think if you had more of the bonus stars for Shyvana, then it would get a lot easier, and obviously if you had her 5-star for the extra mana gem, that would get easier as well. So fortifications would just, her 4-star would reduce so much damage that you're taking, so it'd be a lot easier to survive. And mana flow, of course, gives you an extra mana gem, which is incredible. She also has 4 bonus stars, Nexus health, which would help, and extra regen. Support champions having Dragon Tooth I don't think matters too much. Strafing Strike being free matters a lot. Dragon followers have Nomad's Medallion, may or may not matter, I'm not actually sure on that. And Confront having Solid Spear might be the biggest upgrade, because getting +2/+2 would mean that you could spam that spell for value, whereas otherwise, it gives you Barrier, which is nice, keeps your unit alive, but doesn't help you remove other units. You could also use, like drop Shyvana, play Confront for in Chemtech, so you get +4/+4, and then hit it with Hymn of Valor twice, and then you'd probably just be one-shotting the Nexus. So there are a lot of things that I think would make it easier, even at the base, like 3-star level. But again, I wasn't able to put it all together, so I hijacked this build and tried it out, and it seems like it would be consistent, but again, it does require Perfect Hex Core. For the augment here, you are going for Be Right Back. It is way better than Clear Mind in this build. I don't think it's better than Clear Mind in the double Hymn of Valor builds, because you need to basically be winning on 3. But in this build, it was really good. So, yeah. I tried it both ways. I tried Clear Mind. Clear Mind is worse in this build specifically. And that might be true in a lot of cases. One thing that was really smart was putting Tempest Blade in. So you have to play around it a little bit, but you can use it to stop damage on either round 4 or round 6, and you can kind of control that by choosing when to finish off your damage to level up Shyvana. I don't think I've had my audio on, but it should be on now. So you can hear the music. So Molten Fury, gets you extra mana gems, and ideally it also removes units, but you need some power for that. Getting power can sometimes be an issue. Confront helps with that, and the Perfect Hex Cores also help with that. You can see here we used the stun effect to not lose the game, and that's kind of what we're going for. So oftentimes on a round 3 when we drop Shyvana, we're not going to be just trying to level up, because we need to save it for later. And, you know, it's a little tricky, but it's not that bad. Also, if you mess up and level up early, you're going to end up taking a lot of damage. This can sort of be fine if you can get lifesteal off Perfect Hex Core, which is pretty common. And usually once you're in control of the game, it doesn't matter anyway, because you can stall out until you can get it randomly dropped on you. I think Strafing Strike in Chemtech will heal you twice if the opponent is gone anyway. And see, here we pulled lifesteal. Also, because of Be Right Back, oftentimes your units will get on Death Rally, so you can kind of trade them in once you're ready to go. And then once you're at full life, attack and win the game. We do stall a lot in this, because oftentimes you are just going to want to be at full life when you're ending rounds. Otherwise you're just going to die on their first attack. I took in front here. I mean, it makes the most sense. In front's okay. Usually it'll get Divine Armaments. I also take Karma here because Concussive Palm is good. It'll often get Divine Armaments, so when it's targeting one of your units, it will get bonus Epic Relics. So yeah, Confront becomes nice. And this is without the Solid Spear upgrade, so we're not getting +2/+2. If we had that, it would be even better. Here I think I forgot. No, okay, I remembered in this one. There was at least several games that I played where I forgot that I wasn't playing Clear Mind, and I would just sacrifice my unit for no reason. Which is, you know, kind of bad. But I figured it out eventually. Get Shyvana on the board. Hit her with Perfect Hex Core. If you can attack, that's nice. I looked for a way to get some damage in here, and I couldn't quite figure it out, because everything is bigger than Shyvana or it grows. I ended up having to pass, and then when I saw that, I'm like, easy, but nope, still not good. We can still attack with elusive damage. And so here I don't really have a way to level up, because Shyvana isn't strong enough. Even with Molten Fury, she's only going to do 12 damage, but that's going to be reduced by Tough, and she's only at 3, so there's just no way. And then if I press it anyway, then it'll make a bunch of their units stronger, so no reason to do that. Just block minimally here. If I had Confront, still wouldn't be an okay block, because Tarkaz doing that damage would strip barrier. Then I decided to Molten Fury there. I'm not sure why. Maybe for the mana gem? I don't know why I do things always. Anyway, as we start getting elusive, which is, I think, more common than lifesteal, we can start attacking, and those attacks will give us some good damage too. Now, if we do attack here, we're only getting 8 life back. Everything will be stunned, which is nice, but we have no defense for the next round. And obviously their board is wide enough to kill us, so this might be a bad plan. We also can't finish off the Nexus here. We would like to do 4 damage so that when we only need 1 damage to level up, because Shyvana's still under 4 power. So this attack we need to level up Shyvana. Thing is, we can level up Shyvana without actually sacrificing Shyvana herself. So any dragon hitting will level. And this doesn't work because Shyvana dies. But it was my first thought, block with Shyvana. It was a bad thought. The correct thought was block with Screeching Dragon. I figured it out eventually. check the eye just to make sure that I'm not going to die here. And Shyvana levels. Also gives us rally. And attacking's plus 20 health. I use Confront to try to get another epic item to get more health, and I do. You also often roll into Bonded Bucklers, so you can attack with an additional unit and grant them, or not grant, but give them Elusive, Lifesteal, Scout. Obviously you have to attack with your own Scout first, because giving it that Scout won't be a Scout attack. But yeah, you can usually transfer over your keywords. I was just going to skip here, but I found Phalanx and I took that. Phalanx is really good because it gives barrier on target, and we can also target with Perfect Hex Core. I'm kind of sad I couldn't figure it out. I think it's still possible, but it's just kind of unlikely. The Mage Seeker has Mana Gem on it, so we just want to drop as many as possible. And then we confront here. I was just going to eat the damage, but I realized that because of Phalanx, we can just barrier block, and then we still get the Mana Gems at the end. Which puts us into Chemtech, which is great. We pass so that they can play It That Stares. That's extremely common on their round 3. And also Perfect Hex Core will usually pick up the copy spell thing. So often you'll be casting it 3 times instead of 2, which is nice. I think if they have more units than you have, or they won't kill many of your units, they'll try to obliterate landmarks even if there are no landmarks instead of do 6 damage. I'm not entirely sure I understand all of the conditions for that, but it happens a lot. And we have lifesteal, so we're feeling pretty good. Lifesteal plus spell shield, and I'm checking to make sure to see if I have bonded bucklers. Usually we pick that up from confront. And I could have dropped Karma first there, so that I could have duplicated the spell an extra time. But that was winning anyway, so pretty good. Then here I take blue buff, because when we strike on attack, it'll give us the mana to play Fury. Again, if you had the bonus star where you had Fury costing, I don't think it's actually called Fury, the Dragon Strike thing. Costing -2, then you wouldn't need to do this. But extra mana on strike is good anyway, so it doesn't hurt. And I really like Shyvana plus Molten Fury as a starting hand. But this does not end up going well for us. So they play Cloud Drake, and they have enough to play the 2 White Flames, I think they're called. Wounded White Flame. And then they play a Lotus, and so we're dead, because there's nothing we can do here. We can't even choose how to block. Even if we could, still more damage than we have life. And we could do nothing about it. So sometimes you just lose. And we go again. I try not to get discouraged when stuff like that happens, because you'll just get, tilted and play worse. And I mean, what did we lose here? 10 minutes? even if we lose here. So it's not really a big deal. You just, you know, accept it and go again. And it's fine. We did pick up Concussive Bomb this time, which is great. That's why we picked Karma in the first place, is for that Concussive Bomb. Almost specifically for this adventure, actually. I feel like Elder Dragon is just so hard. We drop Shyvana. Would be nice to be able to Molten Fury here. But we can't attack with Scout because we pulled Scout. And then we also get some mana back on that attack. I don't think it was much. And we're checking to see that we don't level up because we're going to want to level up when they drop Elder Dragon next round. And they don't drop Elder Dragon, but I thought they were going to. I think they weren't able to because we slowed them down by killing one of the heralds. And then I do Molten Breath here to stun this board. Because if Elder Dragon isn't leveled up, that is also a good way to, you know, not die. I also think I used the Fury early because I thought I had Chemtech active and I didn't. So I lost an extra strike off of that. But I think I still had to play it if I wanted to preserve my hit points there.
Nothing escapes my notice.
Not sure what my idea is here.
It is time.
I think I decided I couldn't win, so I wanted to just eliminate as many units as possible. There's Elder Dragon, and I checked to see if I can kill him with Strafing Strike, that's what it's called. And I can't. The barrier applies both times first, I think, from Phalanx, and then does its effect, so you don't get barriered in between hits. That's fine. Dropping Karma here would be okay, because it duplicates spells, and that's nice. I think I was looking for Molten Fury, though, so that's why I played the Emperor's Guard, but I should have done Emperor's Guard, and then Karma, and then Molten Fury. I think I would have had the mana for that, but I'm not sure. Maybe the mana I got back was just because we used the blue buff. So I wasn't sure then, I'm not sure now. You could probably just rewind 2 seconds and find out. But I think Karma should have been on the board when I pressed that. And because we have Phalanx, we can dodge the Strafing Strike by giving ourselves Barrier. And I block it anyway, even though it's not necessary. Then I play Inside of Ages to look for other ways to keep my units alive. And I do find Steel Tempest there, and Blooming Bud, both great ways to just not take any damage. And then here I'm not really worried about anything, we're going to win this round. All you have to do is attack, and we can challenge, so yeah, there's no problems. So I attack with Scout first, even though it doesn't matter. I thought about Mana Deposit here, but I ended up going with Colossal Hammer just because more damage is going to make it more consistent to be able to level up when we need it. And we were having problems with that earlier, so that's why I did that. And Titanic health is never bad, but I end up taking a second, be right back. I don't know if that's better than taking Clear Mind. You are usually, well, you're forced to skip turn 1, so having an extra mana gem isn't bad, but extra item also not bad, so I don't really know. I think either way is kind of like 50-50. So, Cloud Drake plays a lot of recall, has a lot of targeted spells. So, like Divine Draft and the Whirlwind spell. I don't know if it's just called Whirlwind. So that's kind of what we're looking to watch out for. The recalls from the Windsinger, you have stuns from Yone, and then just the direct damage from their other spells. I pass here to give them a chance to play something, and then since I only have 2 mana, I feel fine dropping Shyvana. Perfect Hex Core. And again, we don't want to attack here because we need to stun their next attack or we lose the game. So here we would take 36 damage, and barrier, so from the phalanx, and then a block. We also had barrier on confront, which we could have used. But since we were going to perfect hex core anyway, I figured why not. Molten Fury to get rid of their units. Drake comes down with cost reduction for them. And I use confront to try to get more items, since it has divine armaments. Kind of like that when the dragon lane spawns, it kills itself, so it's just not on your board. But if it didn't, we could target it with confront and give it some epic items, and then maybe some of those could be good to, because I think it attaches to the card. I don't know if it attaches to the card actually, or if it attaches to a specific unit. I should look into that. I know like Hextech Fabricator attaches to the card. I'm not sure if Divine Armaments does. And we get stunned here, but we have Sandstorm, so Sandstorm beats stun. And we're very likely to pick up Lifesteal, given how many keywords we have, and we don't. So here I targeted the Dragonling, trying to give it some items, and because of Bonded Bucklers, I check to see if the attack is good enough, and it gives me, you know, tons of hit points back, so it looks like it was. Also, we had Bonded Bucklers on the Dragonling as well, so I transferred it over to the Eye of the Dragon, although had I thought about it, I would have put Eclipse Dragon in that spot, so we would have gotten more damage out of it, but it didn't matter anyway. See more Shyvana and I take it. Always good to make sure you draw your champion to have more. I take Inspiring Presence here because it has +1 mana. You also create a Prismatic Barrier, which actually isn't that necessary and kind of clogs their hand up, but the Prismatic Barrier will get items from Be Right Back, so it's not like a total waste. Draklorn is maybe the easiest node in the second half. I take it back, it's not maybe the easiest node, it's like by far the easiest node. So kind of lucky we roll into it. There are a lot of bad options. Drop Shyvana because we have that +1 mana from Lux. And I actually can't block here. And the reason for that is if I block with Shyvana, she'll level up, which will stun, and then all of those thralls that are going to kill me later will kill me later. So we need to preserve her damage. And I was trying to get the Vanguard lookout strong enough, but it didn't work out. And as you can see, they have 45 + 6, so 51 impact damage from the thralls. If I could have removed the Draklorn Inquisitor, that would have stalled me out for a couple more rounds too. So that would have been nice, but I didn't think that was super likely. I have Shimmering Mirage here, which you can do a lot with if you have board space, especially with Chemtech Duplicator. But yeah, they have a very winning board right now. Which is why I think the Tempest Blade pick from Voodoo was really smart. You need to keep Shyvana alive. If she dies when she levels up, it doesn't count. I guess she doesn't level up if she dies is more accurate. But yeah, we block here, stuns everything. Kid Molten Fury seems like a good time. I thought about using Shimmering Mirage first, but since I wouldn't have gotten full value out of it, I decided not to. I think that was a mistake. I think I could have easily just Shimmering Mirage there and it wouldn't have been bad. We're using Confront just to look for items, and I drop General's Palace so that I get Rally every round. I thought about winning the game here, but I wanted Lifesteal because I wanted to be able to remove a card at the healer, and I don't want Baron Nashor to have an easier time killing me. He, you know, makes a bunch of units and they all have impact too, and if I don't draw into Lifesteal, or if I do draw into Lifesteal and then I get killed, that would be bad. So, yeah. Here I override one of my units. We get a leveled up Karma. They destroy our everything else. And again, still thinking about winning here. We do have Cryo Phoenix, which will be a lot of life because we have Chemtech Duplicator and Karma and Shimmering Mirage. But I do also want to get rid of their units and keep myself safe, because I could open attack and that would be a lot of damage, although I think I live that anyway. Use Confront to see if I can get some weird random item, and I do. And since Karma has regen, we don't even need to worry about her taking damage. Problem is, I did fill up my hand here, so I'm not going to be able to make a Perfect Hex Core next round. And there was no way for me to drop a card. The two playable cards both created cards, so... Well, one created, one drew. Either way, they both put extra cards in my hand. I do get rid of the palace here. I kill one of their units, not sure why. Could have just used Cryo Phoenix there. And let them kill a unit to clear the board off a little bit. Check how many cards are left in my deck before I Shimmering Mirage. And I Shimmering Mirage Karma. I don't know that it matters. I think either way the Chemtech would have duplicated spells. But I don't know. I honestly wasn't sure. Let me just attack now that we got 18 hit points back. I pick up Concerted Strike. I thought about Key Guardian a lot. Oh, I don't pick up Concerted Strike. I thought I did. Oh, I know what happened there. I was looking for a solution for Baron Nashor, and neither of those were a solution. So I rerolled to try to get Capture or some sort of transmute spell or an Obliterate, and I ended up finding something. Get rid of Ruined Dragon Guard, because typically he just kind of dies. His power's good when he's on the board, but I've had trouble keeping him on the board. And we go into Baron Nashor. Definitely had another game where I used Concerted Strike. I've played so many games. Reroll to try to get your Capture, and we can't play anything because of Be Right Back. Would have been a great time to drop Eye of the Dragon. But we didn't, and now Baron Nashor is not the strongest thing on the board, so we have to wait. Here I'm thinking about how to stay alive best. So we have Prismatic Barrier, so we can give ourselves Barrier, we'll still have Confront. This is one way to give us a barrier too because of Phalanx. And we lucked into Lifesteal, but this block is bad. So we have full life, and we don't want to block the first guy because we can take that and then heal it up off the second guy. So I search for a way to just reduce the amount of damage I'm going to take. And blocking the Hive Herald is the correct option.
Come face me.
We would actually live this, we don't have to barrier here. But we do anyway.
Witness my true power.
It does unfortunately do that, where we stun their board. But since Baron is big enough, we can now capture him. And I play Perfect Hex Core to try to get Spell Shield to dodge the Dawning Shadow. And it doesn't work. And we can't drop new Shyvana. So we drop a Dragon Chow instead. I'm thinking about using Confront, but it's better to save it for later. We also wasted our Tempest Blade rather, so now damage hurts. Block as best we can. See the fear of not blocking there with the guy that has Baron Nashor captured. I think it would have been fun. But I was scared. So we have Scout, we have double attack. Correct thing to do here is attack with Scout alone. You can give Scout, like I said, with Bonded Bucklers, but it doesn't actually work because it counts your attack before the bucklers go off. And I realized that, fortunately, and because of the blue buff, we are able to get mana back and we can play the Striking Strikes. Really was a run where kind of everything we did the entire time started working together, which is good. You kind of want that synergy so that things work out. I think the Voidlands have Entrancing Strike. Cambivorn Dragon will give us some life, but we drop it. We lose Shyvana, and I let it happen this time because it has Deathless. Then we Hexcore. Did not find Lifesteal. We Confront. Can't give us Lifesteal. It does make some nice cards, because we took the Emperor's deck on it early. And I Barrier here to attack.
It is time.
And they play Camouflaged Horror, which would kill. I think I let it. I could Confront to keep it alive. Not sure why I decided not to. We do have Crumble in hand, so that will save us. We see them burn a Vengeance, but they still had another one in hand. And we can just throw away our Shyvana here, because we have so many more. And we crumble their other unit, so we don't take that damage. And because Shyvana dies, we don't take impact. Play new Shyvana. Hexcore upgrade. And we do find Lifesteal here. So we attack with Scout. We attacked with everything. Correct thing to do, attack with Scout, then attack with everything. I didn't do that. Which is weird because I've been so careful about it before, but whatever. Also, I believe there's a point where we could release Baron Nashor and then just kill him the normal way instead of doing 999 damage to the Nexus. So attack with Scout, obviously. Perfect Hex Core gives us Spell Shield, which will prevent us from dying from Vengeance. And then I didn't attack with Scout, I just attacked with everything. Is it because I knew I had to send its call for rally? I don't think so. I don't think I had that in mind. I remember me thinking, and I don't think I had that thought. So the correct thing to do would be to put Nasus second, because we already drew the other unit. Also the correct thing to do would be to attack with Scout. We have it on 2 units now. Why not? Hey, play a guy. Would actually be correct here to see if the Dragon Chow has Rally Banner, and then throw him into a unit so I could attack again. But anyway, I make a lot of mistakes, and yeah, it's fine. That's the thing, you can make a lot of mistakes and still win, as long as you have like a good strategy to start with. But, you know, try to learn from your mistakes too and not repeat them. So I don't think I got Spell Shield there, so if they were to Vengeance, I don't have a solution for it. I get Ghost and I use it on Shyvana for no particular reason. Could have used it on literally anyone else and it would have been better. But it's not really a big deal. And we do get Spell Shield on that. So here I remembered to just attack with Scout.
You wasters came a long way for a whoopin'.
Then we Strafing Strike to get rid of their units.
If I can save a life, I must.
Then we attack again.
We must make our own.
Nasus should be second because he has the most power. And I figure it out. And we sacrifice our Dragon Chow here for the rally. And the Egghead Researcher will survive because of Tough, so we attack with him as well. Just lowering the hit points of the Camouflaged Horror. And we attack again. And Karma should be second, for the previously stated reasons. And we sacrifice the Egghead for rally.
Not all mean well.
And I actually sacrificed the Eye of the Dragon there to release Nashor, but didn't actually matter. If I were smart and more concerned about how cool my video is, I think I would have released Nashor there while the guy was at low Nexus health anyway, and then killed Nashor. I think that would have been more fun and also funnier, but I didn't do that. I was just happy to finally have the completion here. So yeah, this is 3 stars, no epic relics, but not no epic relics. 3 stars, no bonus stars, and an epic relic, and again a glorious store relic, so not super proud of this. Might revisit using the bonus star for Confront, and see if combined with him, if that's good enough to make it happen. I think I don't know where that bonus star is. I don't know if it's easy to reach. So in order to get to that one, we do have to go through the Star of Discovery and then the Star of Blessings. So it's like a 100 shard investment in order to get there. But it might be worth seeing because that could give us another option. And I think you do get a bunch of fragments anyway from doing this adventure. So it's not like you're going to be missing out on too much. So I'll try that. And then if you see another video from me, then I figured out how to make it work. And if not, then I didn't. So, yeah. Anyway, that is all for me. Again, Stolen Valor build. Using a Glorious Store relic. And that makes me sad to have to use an epic relic, but I really could not figure it out. I tried so many things, so many times, and yeah. Closest I got was Double Hymn of Valor Chemtech, but it kind of, if you ever get like Frostbender removed from the board, you lose, and that happens. So, I don't know. If you have a better idea, let me know. Thank you for watching. If you like what I'm doing, like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.